Hello, beautiful people who are watching us. Before I teach again my Unleashing Your Authentic Feminine Voice for Power and Impact course, I would like to bring more voices to the online space. Here is Tanya Hawkes with me, who is the owner of a business who does honey-based skincare products, but also she was a part of my last group, a very beautiful part and a very present part of it, and a beautiful
Lucky
tribe
me,
member. So
lucky me.
thank you, Tanya, for inviting, for accepting this invitation and being part of my group. So how are you now?
Um, oh gosh, Bea, I feel like a whole lifetime has passed in the 2.5 months since I did your course. Um, I loved every minute of your course, and initially it brought so much joy and happiness and music and song into not just my life, but my whole family's life. The whole house was singing all the time. Like it was so good. Like my husband was singing and we were singing together, and we're not a singing family. I mean, I grew up thinking, because I had a deep voice as a young girl, so it's not so noticeable now, but I just grew up thinking I couldn't sing.
Mm.
And in some ways, like kind of that was a sense of constraining my expression as well. Like it was more than just not singing. In some ways, it was about not speaking your heart, I think. um so your course was just like the best thing that's ever happened. I mean, I really rediscovered so much joy, and so much joy from my childhood, because what I realized was, because I'm from the north of England, I have a strong folk heritage. I'd forgotten all about it. My grandmother played the piano by ear. She was a very uneducated woman, and we all the family used to stand around the piano singing. No, it didn't matter whether you could sing or couldn't sing, you just sang. And somehow in my kind of childhood and mainly adulthood, that was all educated out of me.
Mm.
And my grandmother died, and I became more academic, basically.
Yeah.
And I completely lost connection with it. I had no idea at all. So
Oh
that was a complete gift, Bea. It was such a gift, because I then connected not just with like singing for the sake of it, but also like with folk singing and storytelling, and my own roots to the place where I come from, which is a very specific place in the north of England that has a very strong folkloric history. So that was a gift. But then a month ago, my father fell very, very ill. And I had to go back to my roots, my home place, to take care of him in hospital. And it's been a very, very emotional month. My father died 2 weeks ago in my arms. And I was suddenly put in a place where I really had to acknowledge my feelings and
Mm.
what was happening in my own heart, which was a lot of stuff.
Of course. I'm
And
so
like
sorry
most
for your
people.
loss. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing is you asking me to do this testimonial. Um, it was I only got the request this morning, but like the timing is so perfect, because now I'm having to actually really find my authentic voice in this situation. I am giving a tribute to my father on Sunday. I've been organizing the whole funeral. I've been sorting out all his financial papers. I have also a step family, which is quite complicated.
Oh yeah, I can
So I'm having
imagine.
to be very, like, yeah, I have to speak very frankly to them. It's not easy, and I have a stepmother. So the gift this course has given me, it just seems to go on and on and on and on. It's amazing, Bea. And I never imagined any of these things. Like they were all
Oh,
so unexpected. I
yeah.
just thought I was going to be able to like have some fun and maybe not feel so self-conscious about my voice. So there you go. Amazing, hey?
Oh my God. I just felt like, do I interrupt you? But I mean, you gave this kind of emotional monologue, which is so in the core of what we are doing together. And you, my heart, it's like in so many points, you hit my heart. Like you said, you were like, it was your authentic voice was uh, educated out of you. And you also said that that was
Yeah.
this belief system that you couldn't really sing, and
Mhm.
also your father passing. It must be a huge emotional, yeah, unfolding, I would say. And my, like, first of all, I'm so sorry for your loss, and I'm so happy you have a tool.
Yeah, me
You
too.
have, yeah, which is your voice to express all that. Also the funeral speech, but you might
Mhm.
sing in this event, right?
Ah!
am i am I feeling right? So you have, because this
That's for the next course.
Aha. We still have some minutes to go on this testimonial video. So just that you know, we haven't been in touch with Tanya since the course finished, like the last 3 months. So it's also an interesting point for me. What you are saying is that the wisdom of the voice course just keeps on unfolding in other different, deeper and deeper layers. And so I'm so happy you immediately saw that, actually, that it's not just about singing better, although it is one part of it. And I might just say to our listeners that when Tanya, you sent to me the first video, maybe it was a Johnny Mitchell song, who also has Irish
Probably
and Scottish, and
an impossible song to sing.
you thought so, but then you sent me the recording, because this is one of the assignment that I give to my students, to send me videos so you record yourself by thinking, oh, I can't sing. And then what I hear, I say, but this is a perfect singing of a not so easy Johnny Mitchell song. I think it was the Rainy Night House or something else, Both Sides Now, maybe. And so it was a gift for me, because you got into the circle through your friend Catherine, because I always do these little games like bring a friend, and so let's make this fireplace bigger. And then here is the first video with a perfect singing. So just I would just like to mirror back something that you have everything
Oh,
naturally for songs. And I'm so happy that not just you heard this and got into practice this, but the whole family. And
the
so
whole
this is,
thing.
I
Mm.
grew up in songs and dance. And I know that when a tribe or a family, a smaller community, just pulsating together in songs and in rhythm, the whole atmosphere is changing. So it's actually great for any kind of uplifting the mood, because the song can double the joy and half
Yes,
make the
so
pain
true,
cut half. Yeah.
so true.
But
And
also,
also, sorry, I have Katrine, my
yeah.
my friend who brought me to the course. So we're going to do your course again together.
Oh my God, beautiful. And
Yeah.
oh my God, it's so beautiful, because it's connected what I wanted to say, that song is also great when there is a deep transition like now in your life. And so I
Mhm.
myself, I could have the gift of songs and singing myself through the rite of passages,
Wow,
meaning,
how nice.
yeah, I kind of became a reinventing specialist throughout my 47 years. Like, I don't know, childbirth, divorce, a very difficult childhood. So I think all, and then a very marginalized half gypsy girl from the edge of a Hungarian tiny village, and then Carnegie Hall. So all this happened
Mm,
with the power of song and voice itself. Not
amazing.
just song, but the very conscious use of the voice. And now that you have this situation, losing a parent, it's like a rite of passage, the one of the
Yeah.
deepest one. And
Mhm.
what I would like to we learn about the Arnold van Gennep's rite of passage theory, when you have these three parts of the transition, like the when you enter to the right, you say goodbye to your previous self. So the Tanya who had a living father, bye bye. Now it's a new Tanya. In the very middle of the transition, it's chaotic, and maybe that's what
Mm,
you sensed, or you
mhm.
referred
We're
with.
there at the minute.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
like there is a lot of emotion. Nothing seems to be the same. Like,
Yeah.
who is my father really, or who am I without him?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what is what? Who is who? Like the
Yeah.
stepfather.
Reality is very, mobile.
Yeah, and that's the characteristics of the inner of the middle phase of the rite of passage, and then there's the new phase, and maybe that's when you come back to my course in February. That hey, community, there is the new me. Hey, and I sing and I say. So maybe it will start already as I pictured what you say about the funeral. I already sensed it that this is a beginning of
Mm.
this new phase in the ritual, in the rite of passage, because you are,
Mm.
as you said, you find your authentic voice to speak up in this ritual to the member of your step family, which is, as you said, complicated and probably is the least word to say, or least heavy word to say. And the process is going on, because when you go to the depth of the songs, like songs that are born from our core part, it's always transformational.
Oh, you're so wise, Bea.
Am I with my
Yeah.
broken English now?
No, you are. You're. I feel quite cracked open at the moment, and yeah, I mean, somehow music and song just is the language of the heart. So yeah, it's so helpful.
Yeah. Oh my God, Tanya, just let me acknowledge your beautiful expression. Like I feel cracked open, and I want to applaud your actual state, because this is something I know. That's where I am now, so it's pretty easy to relate. And I think many of our listeners and watchers can relate, because who wasn't ever heartbroken and cracked open? And it's just so nice to not to hide it and sing it through, or speak
Yeah,
it through, sound it
yeah.
through. Actually, even one of my basic exercise which we have done so much, like just freaking open the lips and sounding an sound, which we tend to forget many times, that how releasing, how pleasure doubling, and how pain killing can it be,
I
right?
can feel it. I can feel it when you do it.
Yeah, yeah, even when I do it,
Just
and
watching you.
if you do it, it's even better. So I mean, I just let you speak in the beginning because he was so wise, so deep, right in the point, and your crack open space is also doing that. You are so right in the point, right? So you're so precise. You anyway you dance with the words so perfectly, but you really got me in the heart in the first minutes when you were talking about what you got in the course. I didn't even ask to anything, because
Also,
no, no,
Bea,
no.
one more gift, actually, one more gift. Um, I hadn't realized how physical the voice was, and the physiological benefits exactly from all this sound making are incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Like you could just do a whole like exercise class with the voice,
Yeah.
like, and we would feel amazing
Yeah, exactly.
physically. Yeah.
Thank you for emphasizing this, because this is something we don't often connect. Like voice is a full body
Yeah.
experience, and many times when we talk about voice, either we speak about how to speak better and owning the stage, which is great, or we speak about how to sing better, which is also great. But here in my course, what is happening, it's maybe the more precise or more close description would be the embodiment of the voice, like
Yeah.
bringing the sound
Mm.
experience into a full body level. Like you are saying, we could do a whole session, as we did actually. It was whole energetic and visualization and sound giving. And then I'm very pretty much like spotting everyone and feeling through the cameras, and I feel
Mm.
like within 5 minutes you are like opening, relaxing, the facial expression change, although we are just singing and sounding out, of course, and a little bit more.
Mm.
But yes, exactly. So it's, as I said many times, this quote from Elan Sixou, French philosopher, writer, that women will reconquer their bodies, this body which was the very place of conflict and inhibition. And once a woman reconquers
Mm.
her body, she will reconquer her breath, her truth, her speech. And then she says, right yourself, because she's a writer, but I would say speak yourself, sing
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. And I think women, unfortunately, often I don't know all the reasons, but we don't always speak our heart or our truth.
Yeah. Oh, it's another long conversation. What are the
Yeah,
reasons? And we
exactly.
don't know all of it, but as I was looking at you, probably if somehow we could turn back the wheel of time and your father could speak to us, probably, so it also goes for men, probably he also had words that were suppressed in his
Yeah,
heart. So
sure. Yeah.
it's going actually for everyone. And I think there's a great use of technology, like we are talking through technology now, but also it somehow makes our capacity to connect through the voice a little bit weaker, because we text,
Okay.
we write emails,
Yeah,
we,
no,
we don't look in the eye, so
no,
it's like.
that's such a good, yeah, it's such an amazing observation, actually. Yeah.
But we can bring back technology in my like in my course. You need to record yourself or need to talk to your camera in the self-check-in practice. So
Yeah.
all this wonderful stuff. It's because I'm also a doer. Like the only thing, not the only thing, but the main thing I do know, it's voice, because it's been 40 years. I
Yeah.
stepped into this queendom, which is voice and singing and songwriting. So I realized that it's a full body experience, and you were talking about the emotions that arises now in your situation, and this is perfect to deal with those emotions and make like channel them into just maybe, let's say, uh sound or in a concrete song. So it's like it's very healing and it's very energizing.
I'm going to start today because I've been in a kind of very strange place until Sunday. So
Yeah.
I'm just coming out of a kind of strange world, actually. So the song and the voice and the practice is going to be first, first priority.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. And
But also, I just wanted to say, I mean, one of the things that you are an amazing teacher because you eat, sleep, and breathe what you teach. So even though like when you're teaching, you embody it as well. So we're learning kind of somatically. It's not just an academic learning. You're communicating so much more when you teach us, and that's also something I realized by the end of the course.
Mm.
Um, you really have a gift for teaching.
Oh my
So
God.
thank you.
To receive all this beauty, it's a lesson from me, for me, from you to receive, because
Oh well, you need to know it. You
it's,
need to know
I
it too.
know,
No, it's truly a wonderful course,
thank you
really.
so much for being open to that. Like you're saying, I eat, drink, and breathe what I'm doing. The only thing I am allowed to teach is experience, based on my experience, and of course
Mm.
I research and everything. But I'm really like a pretty ancient type of teacher, because I can give things authentically to my students, which
I
I
think, yeah.
experience. Yeah, which I experience. So I'm so happy that you felt that throughout the course, and this is the only way I can imagine to be a teacher. And the reason you made my, let's say, my acknowledgement threshold a little lower, so I can let this in, is because I know that about myself as a singer songwriter, that but I've been teaching just in the last decade and online in just the last 5 years. And so it was a huge thing for me that this energy and this love and this based on experience material curriculum goes through the cameras too. So it's like goes through the cameras
Yes.
too, not just in
I,
person.
I hate digital, like about it. I was like, no, that's not for me. I need to be in the room with this person. I need to feel her energy, But somehow you overcame that obstacle. I don't know how.
Yeah, this is also beautiful. I'm just repeating because you were frozen for a while, for a second. So Tanya said that she hates Zoom, she hates online stuff, but this is not for me. And then, then all these barriers were just down, probably in the first session, as I felt you. So it was really really great. Tanya, I can't thank you enough for your presence again, and for your wisdom, and for your deep understanding, bodily understanding of this material and of what I do. And I'm so happy for you and for Catherine to be part of this group.
Yeah,
And so I
very
wait for you back with open arms. And whoever watched this, I think you can relate in so many levels to Tanya's story and our collaboration. So thank you so much, Tanya, for sharing. Is there anything
Oh,
you
thank you to you,
you
Bea.
feel like you didn't share, or you want to?
No, I mean, at the moment, all I want to do is share. I have so much emotion at the moment, and
Yeah,
nowhere
yeah.
to really to put it. So this was a perfect therapy for me. Thank you.
I'm so happy, and continue this sounding out your truth from inside. And I think it will not just a healing process for you. It will be not just for you a healing process, but for everybody else who surrounds you. When you speak your heart, it will be a healing power in the.
Okay, well, wish me luck on Sunday.
I am. I am wishing it, and I upright you Sunday, Sunday morning.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks, Bea. It's so nice to see you again. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Hug you. Bye, Tanya. Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Bye.
Bye.